Good morning, Facebook. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning, you guys. It is 2021 going into the fourth day. Guys, we are 4 days in. Can you believe that? Those of you who are joining this morning, my name is Lia Abney. I'm a consultant, author, and speaker, and owner of Lia Abney LLC. And I'm also the founder, CEO for Victory Leadership Group, which is a nonprofit organization that helps those we provide career transitioning services. Yeah. So thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that everybody's doing well. You guys, I am all smiles. I don't know why, because yesterday I was kind of feeling like, I wasn't feeling like my top. Those of you who had joined me last year, thank you so much. I'm gonna keep it moving into 2021. I thank God that I made it this far. If you are watching today, I thank God that you have made it this far and that you will continue to walk in your purpose for your life. And so, again, my name is Lia Abney. You are here with me with the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show, where I am motivating you as an entrepreneur, as a business professional, as a professional in the workplace to what? Keep it moving no matter what. There are sometimes we're faced with challenges, and I know 2020, and we're not going to talk about it anymore, has its challenges, but life itself have challenges. So how do we make it through? We keep it moving. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to end it right there, just real short, so that we can take a short break. And you know what we do. We're going to come right back.
Black G, Black G.
So welcome back. How are you guys doing? Again, my name is Lia Abney. Those who don't know me, I am a consultant. I am an author. I'm a speaker. I am a veteran over almost close to 30 years, you guys. I am still kicking it with the corporate job, but I know that's going to come to an end in the season that it needs to. I have been trying to rush it, you guys. I have been trying to rush it, but things just, gets to a point where you have to settle into some things. And I know sometimes we get a little anxious when we're not settling in. So I'm going to encourage you as you're going through 2021, get to a place where you are settling in. And one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is just getting your focus back, right? Getting refocused. Where's your focus at? As you're going into 2021, for some of you, I know you probably have feelings of despair, you having feelings of heaviness, but I pray God's blessing upon your life. And you see, I have some quotes back there. I've changed the background. And so these are things that are just encourage me to rise up and pray every day. So that's pretty much my focus as I'm going into 2021. Maybe you have determined that you're going to have a focus. I'm hoping in 2021 that I can motivate you to remain focused as you are living your best life, right? It's about living your best life. Trouble will come, situations will come, but how do we respond to the environment around us? And a lot of times we want to say our environment dictates our future. Well, I want to say your the way you respond to your environment is what dictates your future. Decisions you make, what direction you go, who you will connect with, what are you communicating as far as your needs, your desires, and some of your wants, right? So that's one of the reasons why I do the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show. Those of you who have been with me last year was my first year doing the show. So I am so excited that I am just like, Leah, you keep it moving because you're going to hit year one. Things don't happen right away, guys. And this is why I probably am smiling because I'm like, Lord, I've made it to year two with the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show. I am so excited. Yes, I played with backgrounds, doing the green screen. Now I got this in the back of me. Who knows where it's going to lead? Fiddling around with the lights, different lighting, making sure I get a good lighting and everything. And this is my in-home studio. And I know at some point God is going to expand me where I'll have something greater. And so just having the right people around me, the motivation, the perseverance. So one of the things I want to encourage you is as you are going through 2021 is to link with the right people. Make sure you're communicating the right messaging of what it is you want to achieve as you are setting goals, because we know the beginning of the year, there's a couple of things that happens. If you are very active in your church, right now, probably today, you're starting a fasting, right? Mine's not going to start till after the weekend because I'm still vacationing with my daughter. So I'm going to start mine on next Monday and take it into February. But one of the things I'm going to be focusing on this week is what is my purpose for fasting? What is my purpose for prayer? And for those of you who have a strong prayer life, and you fast, you incorporate fast. One of the things that a lot of people are doing is they're doing vision boards, which I plan on scheduling one tonight if I can. And the thing is, and I may do it in the future, but right now I'm just selecting a couple of individuals who are close to me, and we're going to do a virtual vision board. And so, and we're going to talk through our goals, what it is we want to achieve, and be accountable to one another. So again, that connection and communicating, right? I'm talking about connection and communicating, and how we're going to make it happen. So for me, again, is doing the vision board, is incorporating prayers, incorporating fasting, the things that are the core things to who I am as an individual, as I am walking through the earth. Because who I am, I don't want that to change when I'm in the workplace, which sometimes it does, because you have different personalities, and how you respond to those personalities may either make you a better person or may rub you raw, right? Or may rub you raw. So it just really depends on what's going on. So, and be able to identify those things that make you tick. Okay, those things that make you tick. So some of the things that, like I said, I'm incorporating prayer. I'm identifying things that I want to focus on as I'm creating a vision board. And so if you are watching this right now, and I'm hoping, and you want to probably do a vision board with me, I'm going to put my email address here. And I want you to just contact me, okay? If you desire a vision board. Um, I'm going to put it right here, but I'm also going to make sure that I add it into, just send me an email if interested, and send email to, if interested in doing a virtual vision party, vision board. Okay. So if you're interested, of course, you're going to have to get your materials, okay, and then we can schedule a date and time. If you're interested in doing that, hey, good morning, how are you? If you're interested. So I actually was going to contact one other friend of mine, and I'm going to see if she's available this evening, you guys, but I can reschedule it for another time if need be so. So that's one of the things that I am going to be doing to get my focus back. And so I encourage you all, as you are, and for some of you, you're like, well, Leah, you're a little late. No, I'm not a little late. I was waiting. Because a lot of people have done theirs in December, and I typically do mine in December, you guys, and I just do them for me and my daughter. Voice is starting to act up. For me and my daughter. But I said, you know what? I want to ensure that I am incorporating others around me so that they reap the benefit of what it is I do. Again, for those of you who are joining me for the first time, you want to learn more about what I offer and what I do, go ahead and visit liaabneyllc.biz. I also have links in the description on my phone. I also have um, links to the website in the description, as well as I am a founder of a nonprofit organization, which is Lia Abney LLC, which where we are building people, building kingdoms, you guys. So I'm a founder of a nonprofit organization and offer career transitioning services for those who are looking to change their position, their job position, their career decisions, different industries. If you're interested in something like that, please go ahead and visit Victory Leadership Group, inc.org. And again, that link is in the description. You can find it there. And for those of you who are following me, thank you so much. And I ask that you go ahead and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and search for Lia Abney LLC, and you will see all of the episodes from last year. And also you will also find where during the month of December, I attempted to do 25 episodes during Christmas. So you will see all of that, the Vlogmas. So all of that, and you can always go back and binge watch if you want to learn a little bit about more. So, and again, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. So again, I am looking to do a vision board session. And if you're interested, please send an email to info@liaabneyllc.com. So there are a lot of things that I'm going to be doing this year. I specifically don't have a topic this morning. I really just want to come on and say Happy New Year to y'all. Let you know what some of my focus is going into this new year. And as it comes to just being motivated to what hashtag keep it moving. So, one of the things that I'm going to be really focusing on is just ensuring that every month I am reading more. Because the more I put in, the more I'm able to give out. I'm going to say that again. The more you put in, the more you're going to be able to give out. And for some of us, we get stuck from moving forward is because we're not putting enough of the right stuff inside of ourselves. Where we can meditate on it, where we can chew on it for a little bit, get some wisdom about that thing, and then be able to share with others. So for me, that's one of the things. There are a lot of interests that I have, and you may have a lot of interests as well. And I would say, and it could be a little confusing as you're trying to decide what it is you want to do, especially if you're a young person. How do you sort all that stuff out? Choose the one that has an immediate pressing on you, that's really, really pressing on you. Choose that thing first. So for me, even though I work in corporate America, because that pays the bills, right? There are several other interests that I have. I absolutely love I love the arts, you guys. I love spoken word. I love poems. I love reading is something that I love and I enjoy. But however, I don't write poems. I don't write poems. I don't, when it comes to music and art and dance, I love watching it and it motivates me, but I'm not a dancer. Don't ask me to sing, you guys. But those are things that I enjoy that brings balance to who I am. I love museums. I love the African American culture, the American, us as Black people. I love our culture and reading about it. But I hadn't been doing a lot of that. So I'm going to be doing more of that. So in the link, there are two books so one of the goals that I am looking to focus on as I am putting more in so I can give more out is definitely reading. And I used to read a lot as a kid, and I just got away from that because, again, circumstances, things I was being challenged with growing up, I fell into watching TV a lot. Okay, like watching TV a lot. It's like my getaway, my hideaway. When I don't want to face the world. For some people, it may be alcohol, it may be drugs, it may be sex, it may be whatever. Mine is the television. Okay. So one of the ways to help me get away from that is, number one, monitor how much I'm going to be watching. And so I'm going to set a limit and a goal for myself. The other thing is to incorporate things that's going to keep me more busy with my mind and my hands, more so than finding time to relax. And I have to change, um, to switch that around requires me to switch my mind around. And I have to substitute, and yes, and be careful what you're substituting in. Make sure it's a good thing that you're substituting that's going to benefit you and also be beneficial to others. So one of the things that I'm incorporating more of, which I didn't do enough of in previous years, is reading. So again, I started at the end of last year where I was creating a book list, and I'm going to continue to create that book list. I want to try and get at least 15 good lists on the book on that list. And then I will move that to probably a downloaded document on my website that you can just go and look at the list and order it. What I did do this time was I made sure I added a link, and I hope that the links are there to each of the books that are on my book list. So one of the ones that I am doing right now is called The Color of Law. You guys, I couldn't even get through the first chapter without putting this book down because it was like so much. It was so intense with this particular book. Again, this book is called The Color of Law from Richard Rothstein. If you don't have this book, shame on you. I actually had ordered this book, and a young lady that I follow on Instagram, she is actually doing a reading by chapter on this book, and I think I'm gonna join her and in reading this book. You guys, if you are really interested in understanding the African the black communities, I'm just gonna say black communities, because I know for some of y'all just don't like the word African American. Um, doesn't set well. But if you want to really understand um, racial segregation, how it has impacted our communities nationwide, I'm talking about nationwide. This book, this book. I believe every school, even high school, because there is even, you guys, I'm going to do something with this book. I'm going to do something with this, and I'm going to offer it through Victory Leadership Group and a program through Victory Leadership Group. This is going to be one of my projects, Color of Law, using this book. So one of the things I have envisioned is, and I'm not gonna, I'm just, y'all, this book. I keep saying this book, and I'm gonna keep saying it. This book right here, if you don't have it, I highly, highly recommend you add this to your book list for 2021. Okay, The Color of Law. The Color of Law. There's another book I'm gonna share on next Monday, along with this book that I think every um, black family should have. Okay, and this is one of them that you should have. So this particular book, oh my God, I'm like shaking, open up the front cover because I had to put this book down. I'm like, Lord, am I ready to read this book? Because I got so emotional. I'm like literally shaking, you guys. And I'm just flipping through the first couple of pages. Um, I hadn't even got, I don't even think I read the whole first chapter. I think I just got through the intro, and I had to put the preface in the intro, and I had to put the book down. So great book. Definitely want to get that, The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. Again, the link is in the my descriptions. Another book that I am reading currently right now, and this was a gift that was given to me. It is When Women Pray. It includes 10 women of the Bible who changed the world through prayer, and by T.D. Jakes. So my thoughts about this book since I've started this. This particular book, at first, I was like, being a black woman, I'm like, okay, what's wrong with the men that they're not praying? I'm not gonna lie. If y'all tell TD Jakes what I just said, please don't don't beat me up. But as I read more into it, I came to understand that not that men cannot pray. So for those of you who are feminisms and Let's calm down a little bit. Um, it's not that men can't pray. It's the power that women have to influence. And I think that that has been ingrained, especially in the Black community, for centuries, for centuries. How we're able to, through the caring nature, through our caring nature and being caretakers and being the ones to be a lot of times the backbone, the foundation, especially in Black families, that the power of prayer as a woman causes things to change. You know, that's biblical, that prayer changes things. And so I don't know, I can't say for sure if it is because the way we are designed by God, that He gave us something so special as our voice to invoke change through prayer. Excuse me, to invoke change through prayer. So this particular book, it was very interesting to read. I am actually up to chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm starting on chapter 8, and I got 2 more chapters to read. And it has been very, and I'm probably going to read this book actually again. And I thank you to the person who gave this to me. Thank you, Devana, so much, because it has really gotten me back into praying and being more aware of how my prayers have impacted my children over the years, how my prayers has impacted healing in my life, how as a how it has impacted me to just keep it moving, like literally has keep me moving. And I know for some of you who is probably watching this today are like, well, duh. Well, of course. But for some of us, we need the reminder. We need the reminder. And sometimes we need motivation through other means. And so, one of the ways I get motivation or just a kind reminder, even though I know prayer changes things, it's not something I am not, you know, a stranger to the scripture. I'm not a stranger to prayer. But we all know that life sometimes takes over where the things we used to do, we no longer have done. And so we may find ourselves going back into 2021, revisiting those things that God is asking us to be obedient to. And one of the things that I'm asked to be obedient to is prayer. And so I thank God for this, because I understood through my journey, even as through ministry, even understanding my giftings, my purpose, it all came through prayer. It came through that silent time that I spent meditating and thinking upon those things and asking for direction and asking for wisdom. And I did that through prayer. So one of the focuses that I'm going to be using for the Keep It Moving Monday morning motivation show is tying in the power of prayer. So that would be my first focus, actually, my first show come next Monday for the month of December, January. I am going to be talking about prayer. And so I'm hoping that you will take the time to incorporate, just putting more in so that you can give more out. Okay. And the thing about putting in is that being able to identify those things that are meant for you to hold on to for yourself, to motivate yourself, and those things that you are meant to be shared. Because if you give out everything, what do you have to fuel yourself to keep it moving? You have absolutely nothing. So being able to decide. So you're like, Leah, how do you decide what those things are? The way that I decide how those things are is there are some things that I'm like, oh yeah, that was really me. You just know. There's no specific formula or tools or method for me to say, how do you know what is meant for you and what is meant for you to give away? You just you kind of know those things. It's just like an entrepreneur, or even if you are in a business in corporate America, there are some things that you immediately make public to the masses, and there are some things that, no, we're going to hold on to this because we need to work on it just a little bit more. And you'll know those things that are meant specifically for you, because they tie into some things that you have identified. It's something you need to change in your life. It's something you want to improve in your life. And then those are some things that you're like, oh, wow, you know what? This is something that I know that I'm not the only one struggling with this. I know there are others out there that are struggling with this as well. And I think it will benefit somebody. So if you have those type feelings, you'll know the difference on whether to share or to hold on to it. Everything you get is not meant to hold on to it. Because guess what? You have two hands, right? When they're clenched, when your fists are clenched, there's nothing that nobody can put into, or nor can you give it away. But the moment you open your hands up, you either receive something or you can give something away. So you have to decide on where you're at that point. Okay, are you clincher or are you giver and receiver? And also remember that it has to be balanced with the giving and receiving, right? You can't always be receiving and you should not always be giving. Okay, so again, thank you guys so much for those who are joining me this morning. Of course, I will be back on next Monday for the Keep It Moving Monday morning show. For the Keep It Moving Monday morning show with me, Lia Abney. And I hope that you would join me on next week. So again, thank you so much. Um, just a quick note. Today I did come on about 7 o'clock, but of course, well, a little after 7 o'clock. Of course, I will probably go back to the 6:15 timeline. I thought I was going to move it a little bit earlier this year, but I think God really wants me to kind of stick to that time. So that's what I'm going to be able to do. So again, I hope that you guys join me on next Monday for the Keep It Moving Monday morning show. And you have a blessed day and you know what to do. Hashtag keep it moving.